Can't we just pick all of them? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Viola Davis performances. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at Viola Davis's best performances across film and television. The focus is on quality and not quantity, so Davis might not have a particularly huge role in some of these entries.
I thought I might write my stories down and read them to you. And no different than writing down my prayers.
Number 10, Susie Brown, Get On Up.
The band ready? They ready, Mr. Brown. Well, it don't look like it. Come on, Mom. Check out how Papa don't take no mess.
In a biopic dedicated to one of music's most charismatic and soulful personalities, Viola Davis still manages to steal the spotlight a handful of times. Drenched in makeup and purposefully absent for large chunks of the story, Davis portrays James Brown's estranged mother, who only starts to acknowledge her son after Brown finds fame and riches. In a thoroughly heartbreaking reunion during the third act, Davis and Chadwick Boseman share arguably the most emotionally charged exchange in the entire movie. Davis is so good that Susie Brown's declaration of love almost comes across as genuine.
But I loved you, so I stayed. And I left. Because I loved you.
Number 9, Nona Alberts, Won't Back Down.
And the reason why that is a perfect question is that you dare to think, dare to read, think, speak, and write. Who wrote that? Our school's name is... All right.
A great performer can be the difference between an unwatchable or a passable film. A bit too simplistic for its own good, Won't Back Down sees Maggie Gyllenhaal and Viola Davis waging war on a corrupt public school in an attempt to reform the administrative system. As the only faculty member with a conscience, Davis adds some much-needed depth and humanity to what could have been an idealized character who merely exists to spout life lessons. Along with Gyllenhaal, Davis is really the only reason to seek out this 2012 drama.
The problem is that no one expects them to do well, so they don't.
Come on, look around. I'm a cop. There's drugs, there's gangs.
Change the school, you change the neighborhood.
Number 8, Dr. Gordon, Solaris.
We're in a situation that is beyond morality.
Based on Stanislav Lem's science fiction novel, Steven Soderbergh's Solaris faced the arduous task of following up Andrei Tarkovsky's highly regarded 1972 adaptation. Luckily, the fantastic cast proved more than up to the challenge. While George Clooney and Natasha McElhone took center stage, Viola Davis's cold doctor played a prominent role in the ambitious art film and showcased the still relatively unknown actress's incredible range. As her fourth collaboration with Soderbergh, and arguably her meatiest film role up to that point, Solaris helped push Davis into the limelight.
She's a copy, a facsimile, and she's seducing you all over again. You're sick.
Number 7, Tanya Neely, The Architect.
We don't want them to do what little work they say they're gonna do. We want the buildings torn down.
Sitting just north of 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, The Architect garnered near widespread hate from critics. However, Viola Davis came out of the project looking rather golden. If nothing else, this drama about disgruntled residents who want to demolish a drug-soaked housing complex granted a leading role to the actress. Representing the angry neighborhood, Davis brought an incredible weight to the performance, which required carefully balancing raw emotion with a strong mentality. The Architect might not be particularly great, but Viola Davis is nothing short of brilliant.
You can't see that because you're not a parent, thank God, but it's about this community, about helping families, protecting children from getting hurt.
Number 6, Nancy Birch, Prisoners.
Pray for the best, prepare for the worst.
Directed by Blade Runner 2049's Denis Villeneuve, this 2013 thriller is jam-packed with three-dimensional characters portrayed by an A-list cast who all deliver thoroughly engaging performances. Centering around two abducted children and the lengths a father and a detective are willing to go to find the perpetrator, Viola Davis portrays the mother of one of the missing children.
Can you help me find my little girl?
While the role hits some of the typical tropes associated with a grieving parent, Prisoners and Davis herself subvert expectations along the way. Understandably, Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal hog most of the attention, but the supporting cast consisting of Davis and Terrence Howard also brought down the house.
Franklin, think of Joy.
Number 5, Eva May, Antwone Fisher.
For all these years, I wondered about you. I dreamed about you. Didn't you miss me?
Despite amounting to barely 5 minutes of screen time, Davis's first standout performance arguably occurred during Denzel Washington's hard-hitting 2002 biopic. Based on the life of Antwone Fisher, the film goes through the director's entire life, launching with Davis giving birth while in prison, resulting in the boy being put into a foster home. While the actress does not appear again until the end of the film, Antwone Fisher's emotional crux hinges on the protagonist's reunion with his mother. Largely silent, Davis pens an entire novel with just her facial expressions. Number 4. Aibileen Clark, The Help.
You are godless woman. Ain't you tired, Miss Haley?
Earning Davis an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress, 2011's good-intentioned period drama is set during the 1960s civil rights movement in Jackson, Mississippi. Portraying an experienced but somewhat jaded maid, Davis turned in a performance that strayed away from some of the cliches and stereotypes that crop up during the rest of the film. Even if The Help garnered some criticism for its handling of the subject matter, Davis's performance received nearly universal acclaim, and the story's best moments belong to the exceptional actress.
There was nothing they could do, so I brought my baby home. Laid him down on that sofa right there. He died right in front of me.
Number 3. Rose Lee Maxson, Fences.
Tell him what you told me, Rose.
I told him if he wasn't a mankind, and move out the way so the mankind could find me.
That's what she told me.
Premiering in 1985, August Wilson's Pulitzer Prize-winning play earned a 2010 Broadway revival starring Denzel Washington and Viola Davis as a married couple. Earning both performers a Tony Award, Fences reunited the cast for the film adaptation, and unsurprisingly, the duo created magic once again. A powerful drama that deals with race relations, regret, and alcoholism. Davis and Washington brought to life Wilson's visceral dialogue, and few scenes in cinema compare to the couple's final blowout. An emotionally draining experience, Davis is more than capable of standing toe-to-toe with, and even outshining Denzel Washington.
I planted a seed and watched and prayed over. I planted myself inside you and waited to bloom. It didn't take me no 18 years to realize the soil was hard and rocky and it was never gonna bloom.
Number 2. Annalise Keating, How to Get Away with Murder.
Good morning. I don't know what terrible things you've done in your life up to this point, but clearly your comments out of balance to get assigned to my class. I'm Professor Annalise Keating, and this is Criminal Law 100.
When not stealing the show on the big screen, the talented actress has been raking in the accolades for her performance as Annalise Keating, a law professor who ends up entangled in an array of highly entertaining murder mysteries. As the first African-American woman to win an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, Davis and How to Get Away with Murder itself have barely set a foot wrong since debuting in 2014.
No one knows anything yet.
Okay, but what if it's true?
Stop it. Let's not let our minds go there. Wipe it clean. Everything on it.
A multifaceted character that requires an actress capable of encompassing the entire gamut of human emotion. Davis's magnetic performance is impossible to ignore.
Racism is built into the DNA of America. And as long as we turn a blind eye to the pain of those suffering under its oppression, we will never escape those origins.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Complete the mission, you get time off your prison sentence. Fail the mission, you die. Anything happens to Colonel Flagg, I'll kill every single one of you.
What if he accidentally goes
Red light flashes, you got 10 seconds to get your butt back to green or else.
Or else what? The execution squad shows up?
And they don't bring blindfolds. My husband left me the plans for his next job. All I need is a crew to pull it off.
Why should we trust you anyway?
Because I'm the only one standing between you and a bullet in your head.
Number 1. Mrs. Miller, Doubt.
If we're talking about something floating around between this priest and my son, it ain't my son's fault.
Oh, I'm not suggesting
He's just
that...
a boy.
I know.
12 years old, if someone should be taking blame, it should be the man, not the boy.
I agree with you completely.
You're agreeing with me, but I got called to the principal, if you know what I'm saying.
In a film renowned for phenomenal acting, Viola Davis's single scene is the stuff of legend. focusing on two nuns who are investigating rumors that the parish priest is abusing a child. Doubt refuses to provide any comfortable answers, and this mentality extends to the boy's mother. Sharing the screen with Meryl Streep, Davis initially comes across as almost flippant about the situation. But gradually, the parent's love for her child becomes apparent.
You can't hold a child responsible for what God gave them to be.
Unforgettable enough to warrant the actress's first Oscar nomination. This 7-minute scene contains more depth than most movies.
Please leave my son out of this. My husband will kill that child over a thing like this.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.